Thank you for purchasing the new Vixa V12. We know you're going to love its performance off the tee and the turf, but we want to make sure you get the most from this versatile club. The following tips will help you rip it long and high with deadly accuracy. We'll start on the tee box, where your setup and swing will be a little different with the Vixa V12 than with a standard driver. Because of the Vixa's smaller club head and low profile face, you'll tee the ball much lower than you would for a big-headed driver. You can experiment on the range to find the right tee height for your swing, but keep in mind that you don't need to hit up on the ball like you do with a driver. For that same reason, you don't need to play the ball all the way forward in your stance either. Most golfers find that a spot just inside the left heel or lead foot works best with the Vixa, but try different ball positions to get the launch and carry you want. Now let's talk about that swing. Basically, it's very similar to your fairway metal swing. With Vixa, you can sweep the ball with a level angle of attack or hit slightly down on the ball even when it's on a tee. My rule of thumb is when it's on the ground, you must swing down. You'll find this much easier than trying to catch your driver in the right spot on the club face while hitting up on the ball, which requires perfect timing and leaves you very little margin for error. With Vixa, you'll drill a lot more drives down the center of the fairway to set up easy approach shots. You may find your longest drive with Vixa doesn't quite match your longest drive with a regular driver, but your average drive with the Vixa could actually be longer because you'll nail the sweet spot more consistently. And you'll definitely enjoy forgiveness on your mishits. If your tee shots with Vixa fly lower than you'd like, the first thing to do is raise your tee height just a touch, but not too much, because if you get it too high above the crown, you'll end up hitting a pop-up. You can also try moving the ball forward in your stance, closer to your lead foot. To lower your ball flight, tee it a bit lower and position the ball a little further back, like maybe one ball in your stance. You don't want to go too far back or else you're going to get too steep in your golf swing. Like any other club, Vixa might require a little trial and error to get your trajectory and shot shape dialed in. Okay, let's briefly go over hitting your Vixa V12 off the turf. From a normal lie in the fairway, play the ball a touch further back in your stance than you would when you're teeing off. Now that means basically just, again, one ball further back than you normally would. You don't have to move the ball a lot with drivers and or fairway metals. Striking the ball with a slightly downward blow will give you a penetrating ball flight and plenty of distance, and it's perfectly fine to take a small divot. One of the great things about the Vixa V12 is that unlike a traditional fairway metal, with a taller face, you don't need a perfect lie to hit it off the ground. You'll be surprised at how easy it is to get airborne off a fairly tight lie thanks to Vixa's low profile face and slip fit sole. So don't be afraid to give it a rip if the ball isn't sitting perched. Just play it slightly farther back in your stance to deliver more of a descending blow. Again, no more than one ball farther back. Your Vixa V12 is also terrific from the rough, gliding through with ease and getting the center of gravity beneath the ball to launch it up and out. Expect medium height trajectory, plenty of rollout, and minimal curve to the right or left when hitting your Vixa off the deck. Use it on long approaches to the green, layup shots to the fairway, and trouble shots when you need an arrow straight recovery. With that, we'll say goodbye and wish you good luck with your new Vixa V12. Thanks again for your purchase.